To walk us through the impact of floods on food security as Food and Agriculture Program Manager, Actionaid Nigeria Azubike Nwokoye. It joins me now via Zoom. Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 7. The flood in Nigeria this year is unprecedented, yes. And indeed, the country is now at risk of food insecurity. How worried are you?
Yeah, for many of us, this is so disheartening. Disheartening as it's looking as if we have kind of lost our humanity. Our humanity in the sense that we are faced with this kind of flood every year, though this year's one is more devastating. So why don't we take urgent action to mitigate and stop this entirely? We can build more dams. Most of our dams now, from the information I have, they are not even up to 70% capacity. You know, many of them are less than 50% capacity because they have not been distilled. The ones that are supposed to be built and are not built. You know, having excess water should be an advantage for us as a country, in the sense that our irrigation level is far, far, far low. So building these water catchment areas and so on, building more dams and so on, should be able for us to have enough water during the dry season to do dry season farming. So this is so disheartening. Few days ago, as at Thursday last week, Actionaid Nigeria, Plan International, Care International, and Christian Aid had called on the government to declare state of emergency on this flood.
Indeed, calls are growing for a state of emergency on the issue of the flood, because if you see states that have been ravaged by it, entire farmlands, entire road networks completely taken away, and we know that rains would always come. What should we do as a country to prevent the devastating effect of this natural disaster?
Okay, just to also mention that even before these floods, as at March, when FAO and others released the Cadre Harmonizing report, as at end of March, when we have not started, even after Russia-Ukraine war started, when we have not started experiencing any impact, you know, as at then, Nigeria was already experiencing food and nutrition insecurity across many states. And it was estimated that as at between June and August, we will have about 19.5 million Nigerians facing food and nutrition insecurity. So, I mean, across 21 states. So you see how massive that is. And now the flood has happened. So quickly, the government needs to start doing early recovery plan. You know, they need to support communities with early recovery, not the usual interventions. They need to concentrate on supporting dry season farming immediately, because if you're in Abuja, you would have even seen that as of today, it looks as if rain has stopped here like a month ago. Meanwhile, it stopped a few days ago with a little bit of shower today. So they need to provide early maturing seeds, early maturing livestock. They need to also provide early maturing seedlings also, and provide adequate extension services to support farmers. And as a country, we shouldn't even be waiting for floods to happen. They need to do something urgently in terms of building dams. We need to start asking questions in terms of our governors need to be accountable. What are they doing with their ecological fund? You know, I mean, the governor shouldn't wait for the federal government to dredge some rivers in their own states. And they are all waiting as if it's only the federal government that will do everything. And the federal government also is behaving as if it can also do everything. Most times it is also incapacitated to do everything.
All right,
so
Mr.
we need to be
Nwokoye.
decisive in what we are going to do going forward.
All right, then. Indeed, a lot of action is needed on this because people are affected. Indeed, relief materials are being given to people, but just how sustainable would all of this be? Food and Agriculture Program Manager of Actionaid Nigeria Azubike Nwokoye, thank you for your time on TVC News at 7.